Ready? Okay, I'll call this meeting to order, and we'll start with the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay, approval of minutes.
Okay, that's for August I make a motion that we approve the minutes of August 6th.
Second. We have a motion and a second, and those will be approved. Okay, audience comments. I think I'll go ahead and let Jake and Clint give their reports at this time.
I think you've got my report there and some of your papers. So for July of 2025, we had 64 calls for service. July of 2024, we had 88 calls. This past July, we had 4 structure fires, and I've got them listed there. 1019 Whitetail Court, 601 West Central Avenue, and we had 2 events at 421 West Logan Street. That's a vacant building right around Logan and Warren Street. And I contacted the State Fire Marshal's office on that because it appears to be a set fire, and so that's still under investigation. We had 2 at that location on the same day.
Where's Whitetail Court?
Whitetail Court's in Deer Creek.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a structure fire that had significant damage.
Why do you think there's 24 calls less this year than last year?
I don't know. I didn't look. I'm assuming that it's medical calls have decreased some.
Oh, okay.
I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary back in 2024 other than additional medical calls.
Okay.
And we had a couple motor vehicle accidents with injury there. One at Depot and National and one at Murphy Avenue and Pinkley Street that involved a motorized bicycle. But I think the patient signed a signature of release and wasn't transported. Have any questions on any of that report?
No?
I don't.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Jake.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jake. Clint?
City Police Activity Report for July 2025. City Police responded to 519 calls for police service during the month of July. Of those 519 calls for service, we generated 63 investigations from those. We effected 10 arrests of persons who either committed a crime in front of an officer or had outstanding warrants issued for them in this county or another county. Officers issued 8 tickets for various violations of law. That could include state law or city ordinances. 28 warnings were issued. We responded to investigated 19 vehicle crashes. Other information for the department outside of my usual is we completed our National Night Out earlier this month. We had approximately 300 people attend that event. That was pretty good success.
They said it was, they had a lot of people there.
We did.
Giving
We did.
giving out a lot of things. And
Yep.
A
We had a lot of vendors there, and a lot
That's
of
the
people
most
showed up.
vendors I've ever seen there.
Yeah, we had a lot of vendors show up, and I talked to Linda there. I saw you that night just briefly, and it turned out well. It was a good success. So
I have a question on the total calls for service, 519, and then the things you've mentioned here is 128. which, those 391 other calls, what were they about?
Which ones? Which ones are you talking about, Linda?
The total of the incident, arrest, tickets, warnings, vehicle crashes, and other department info,
Mm-hmm.
or no, not that. Those come to a total of 128
Those,
responses.
those are included within the 519.
Right.
The remainder of those
Yeah,
are other calls for service that we respond to: loud music, domestic disputes, theft reports, criminal mischiefs, suspicious persons, a variety, a wide gambit of different calls that we respond to every day. So.
okay.
The 63 incident reports those are active investigations.
Yeah.
Those are basically specific crimes we're investigating, and those it could be a wide range of different crimes, from thefts, criminal mischiefs to various things within the law.
Just the difference was 391, so,
Yeah, there's a lot of calls we go to every day that don't generate a full case investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, that are very quick things that we go to. Sometimes we'll go to a crash and the people have already exchanged information, they're ready to go. So that's, even though we respond to that, it's not a full case investigation like you'll see on vehicle crashes. The tickets and the warnings are included within those. Arrests are included within those 63. So there's a lot of things. And generally, we percentage-wise, about 10 to 15% of our calls for service each month generate a full case investigation. So that's generally the number.
thank you very much.
Any other
Clint.
questions you have about numbers or specific things?
I don't.
Ruth Ann, anything?
Nope, thank
Okay.
you very much.
Great.
Thanks, Jim, or Clint. Thank you, Clint.
Okay, are there any other audience comments? Okay, there's no business, so we'll go on to new business. And the first item is Resolution 2025-15, permitting the city to enter a contract for medical testing. And, Lou, is this for the
Yes.
for the fire department, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, now explain what that's all about.
It's something that we do annually, this contract, and specifically with this service provider, we've done annually for many years. So it's our annual physicals that the guys go through for preventive issues to prevent, progression of any diseases, cardiac issues, and it also fulfills the OSHA requirement for respirator clearance for the guys. So it's something we've been doing for many years, even prior to myself being chief with this organization. This is also the organization that handles the hiring process, physicals, and that type of thing. So they come here on site, run us through a gambit of testing, and do blood work. We visit with a nurse practitioner, and it's generally a preventative thing, and it's also something that gets us through our approval for OSHA for the respirator clearance to wear our SCBAs.
And how much does that cost us?
The total cost of this is $9,627.06
Yeah.
for staff time management and the travel expense. And that's a slight increase from last year of about $400, $500. What I gathered, it was every service went up about 10 cents, 20 cents, and just added that up.
Since this is a contract for professional services, it doesn't have to go through any sort of bidding or request for proposals or that sort of thing. You can make contracts for professional services without that formal bidding process.
Okay, then I move that we approve resolution 2025-15, permitting the city to enter a contract for medical testing with what's the name of this?
It's Public Safety Medical Services, Ascension St. Vincent, Public Safety Medical.
Okay,
Okay, and you might want to add too, in that last one, it says that we authorize Brian as mayor of the city of Brazil to enter into this contract.
okay, include that. And then put for the price of $9,627.06.
Okay, I second that motion. Motion carried. Okay, the second item on new business is Resolution 2025-16, authorizing the final payment for the streets resurfacing program.
As you may recall, at your last meeting, Milestone presented their invoice. Well, first they presented a change order reducing the total price, which is always good news, which was approved, and requested payment. The engineer indicated that they had completed their work, and the board authorized payment of the amount, the remaining amount on the contract, full payment of the contract, less the retainage, which was $15,198.62. And this resolution approves the release of that retainage to Milestone. You'll see their invoice, and the reason we did it that way was they did not invoice the retainage. They just invoiced the primary contract amount. So they've invoiced the retainage, and you'll see the invoice attached. They've also provided the attached waiver and release of lien, which basically says that they have paid or will use this money to pay any subcontractors, materialmen, suppliers, laborers who did work on the job. We had a similar affidavit from them at the time we released the original amount, but this one finishes it up for the retainage. So the good news is that work is all done ahead of schedule and was done satisfactorily to the engineer, so we're ready to pay.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll make a motion that we approve Resolution 2025-16, authorizing final payment street resurfacing paving, and that is to the Milestone Contractors, and it's for the retainage of $15,198.62, right?
Yep.
Just that amount, okay.
Okay, I second that motion. Motion carried. Okay, the third order of business is the approval of Strand Associates invoice for Colony Acres.
Okay, explain that to us, Lou.
Well, this is the first I've seen it, so give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Just said we have to get them approved. And she'll do what she needs to do to.
Okay, what is it we're doing at Colony Acres? Is that the,
That's the sewer.
wa-
That's the sewer
Sewer.
project.
Okay,
Looks like the Strand bill is for $3,500. Okay.
and Strand.
So,
This is professional services from July 1st to July 31st.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
well, it's services related to basically getting the contract underway,
Okay.
you know, completing the contract documents and getting everything signed up, so. They've indicated they've earned 123.7, they've only been paid 122, $120,200, so there's $3,500 outstanding for that period of time.
Okay.
Once that's paid, then the city can get reimbursed from the bond for that payment.
Okay.
Okay, so the city's not going to pay any of this, it's all going to
Correct.
be
Well,
paid-
ultimately, I mean, ultimately, this project is fully paid out of the grant from the state, so, yes, that's correct. It's not even a match, so the city's gonna get all of its money back out of the grant.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, good deal. Okay, then I move that we approve, Strand Associates invoice for Colony Acres on the sewer project for an amount of $3,500 for professional services from July 1st, 2025 through July 31st, 2025.
I second that motion. Motion carried. Okay, the next item is approval of 3 invoices from Baker Tilly for the Waterworks Revenue Bond.
Yeah, the first one is for the preparation of their parity report. That's required because the Waterworks had an outstanding bond at the time the new bond was being issued, and you're permitted to do that. You're permitted to issue another bond as long as you can show that you can pay both bonds. And the report they have to do to indicate that's called the parity report. So, and the reason it's called a parity report is the 2 bonds are issued on parity with each other. That is to say, they are each entitled to the same priority of payment. So not one of them's not ahead of the other one. They both stand equally to recover from your water utilities. So that's required in order to issue the second bond. The other one is just for general municipal advisory services related to the revenue bonds. There was a lot of back and forth about getting those bonds issued and getting them finally closed. And the same is for the third one. Those all relate back to an agreement signed with Baker Tilly in 2024 when the Waterworks bond first got underway. So it's just follow up on the expenses related to that bond issue. And again, those are reimbursable from the bond.
So what we need to approve is a total, is that correct, of the 3?
Correct. Which is I used to do math in my head, but I don't trust my head anymore, so.
$5,112. What I got.
Did you do that in your head?
No, I did it with pencil and paper.
512?
5,000.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see. Did you use your calculator, Lou?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
You're faster than I am,
Well, pen and
by a
paper.
lot. $5,112.10.
Oh, I missed the 10 cents.
Oh, there shouldn't be any 10 cents, no.
I was gonna say, I didn't.
5,001, where'd I get the 10 cents?
$5,112.
Yep,
Okay. Okay. I make a motion we approve the 3 invoices from Baker Tilly for the Waterworks Revenue Bond for a total amount of $5,112. Do we need to put in this,
It's a follow-up.
what each of these 3 things are?
I'll list them individually.
Okay. Okay. So is that all I need then in there?
yep.
And this was dated March 6, 2024. That's when the services were provided, is that correct?
No, that was the original contract for services.
Oh.
These services have been ongoing.
Okay, okay. I'm done.
Are you done? Okay, I second that motion. Motion approved. Okay, approval of the cleanup list.
Okay, we got 2 cleanup lists, but one of them's a duplicate. Let's see.
Well, I think Susan printed 2 or something.
Well, no, because there's different ones down below it, though.
Oh.
7/16/25 is on both of them, but 32 East Church is not, and 403 Halbert Street is not, 410 Halbert Street.
I think you've got a cleanup list and a mow list.
Well, they both say cleanup.
Kathy?
Which one says mow?
Second one. One with 4.
Okay, I got it. My fault. I looked in the wrong place, yeah. Okay. You okay with them?
Yeah, I looked at them yesterday, did you?
No, I didn't see them. These are the cleanups. I didn't see those in here.
Well, I looked at them and laid them down here. I guess I forgot to tell you they were there.
Oh, wow. Right. Yeah, okay, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You wanna make that motion? Or you want me to?
I make a motion, we approve the cleanup list and the both. The cleanup list.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, approved, and the approval of the mowings. I make a motion, we approve the mowing list.
Second.
We have a motion and a second, for the mowing list approved.
I'm sorry. Forgot to turn this.
I was ready to stand up and do something.
Dance?
I
Do a
was,
little
I was
dance?
trying to figure out which fight song it was. That's what I thought.
And then, okay, hey, way you go.
Yeah, I thought, well, I should stand up and do something, but I didn't know what. Okay, I'm sure glad that was recorded. All righty then. Okay, do we have a motion to approve the claims from the clerk's office?
I move that we approve the claims for the clerk's office.
I second that motion. Motion approved. Is there a motion to approve the claims from the utility office? I make a motion, we approve the claims from the utility office.
Second.
Approved. Anything else? Any items for the next agenda? No? Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second? Motion adjourned, or we're adjourned.
Okay.
Can we turn this off now? Turn this off.